amidst those demonstrators. And Ben, just continuing where Robert left off, I mean, were there any suggestions of people being injured or hurt at any point during the scuffles that you saw?
Not that I've seen, to be honest, Julian. I think we were showing you live a little bit earlier on some of the pushing and shoving between the riot police and the demonstrators. They look like they might be forming up for another bit of pushing and shoving. In fact, this time it's with the mounted police. I haven't seen any injuries myself so far, but I think it's fair to say that what we're seeing here is, with these smashed windows at the Royal Bank of Scotland, is an attack on, almost a symbolic attack on what is seen by some people as one of the really guilty parties at the heart of the financial crisis. One of the banks that was greedy, for want of a better term, in the eyes of some of the protesters here, that helps contribute to the economic downturn that we've seen in the last few months. So I think it's no coincidence that RBS is being targeted here today. But these protesters are not only interested in talking about the economy. They've got a whole long list of demands and complaints. There are anarchists who don't want any sort of government at all in this country. There are also environmental campaigners who believe that not enough is being done to counteract climate change. There are anti-war protesters too, who are demanding the withdrawal of British and American troops from Iraq and Afghanistan. They're just chanting shame on you now to the police and saying that really the police are infringing their civil liberties, that they should have the freedom to march and to go where they want in the capital of this country, and that they're not being given that freedom. But for the moment, the riot police, now on horseback, as you can see, Julian, are continuing their operation, which is just to pen the demonstrators in here. Some of them tried to have a sort of sit-down protest a few minutes ago. That didn't seem to have much effect on the police tactics. Occasionally we've seen them throwing objects, bottles of water and so on, and a couple of smoke canisters, all thrown by the protesters. But for now it seems to have calmed down once again.
Ben, thank you very much for the moment. Just to reiterate, 2 lines coming from the police on that specific element to today's events. Officers have entered the Royal Bank of Scotland building in support of security there, and also a word that there were no people actually working inside the building at the time when those windows were smashed. So that's the latest picture now coming out of the City of London.